Hey guys, I'm so excited to do another tutorial with you. So the apps that you want to download for this are SNAPSEED, FACETUNE, and VSCO. The first app we're going to use is SNAPSEED. So I just like to play around with the curves a bit. Usually when you bring the top up, that increases the exposure, and when you bring the bottom down, it brings out like the contrast. After curves, I increase the brightness. This is also the panel where you can, increase contrast and different things. The next tool is the brush tool, and I use this all the time for so many things. Here we're going to use it for saturation on -10 to get rid of any orange, yellow tones, any distracting colors throughout the photo. So I'm using my finger to brush over the background and also Olivia's jacket to get rid of those yellow tones. And it's great because it doesn't mess with the skin coloring. My other favorite tool is the selective tool. I use this to increase the brightness in certain parts of an image. So here I'm doing Olivia's jacket. So I just use the plus sign and I tap on her jacket in certain spots and then use my fingers to increase the radius, which is that red that you're seeing. The selective tool is also great for making white backgrounds really crisp and white, getting rid of shadows. It's just a really great tool. So now we save the image, and our next app we're going to use is FaceTune. So the first tool I use in FaceTune is the Smooth tool. I use this to go over any areas of skin, especially sometimes if skin gets pixelated. It's really great to smooth it out. Next is the Healing brush. I'm going to use that to get rid of this scratch right by her eye, and also her lips were a little bit chapped, so I'm going to go ahead and zoom in and get rid of that little white speck right on her lip. Next, I use the Whiten tool. I typically use this for teeth if she was smiling, and also to brighten the eyes. Next is the Details tool, and I use this to bring out the eyelashes, and it's also really great for bringing out prints in different clothing items or logos or textures, stuff like that. After that, I use the Conceal tool to get rid of any darkness underneath the eyes. Okay, so the last step in FaceTune is creating a blurred background in a photo that doesn't already have it. So we're going to use the defocus tool and just use our finger to go over the background or any area that you want blurred. And then you're going to adjust the strength by moving it left or right. So I always bring it down a bit just because I want it to be subtle and not super strong. Then you're going to go ahead and select the little rectangle in the defocus tool. That's the eraser, and that's going to allow you to go in and fine tune anything that you may have blurred that you didn't necessarily want to. So I usually make the eraser really small so I can get right along that edge and just make sure that I'm not blurring out my subject. So that's it for FaceTune, you guys. Now we're gonna go ahead and move the photo into VSCO, which is not a necessary step, but I always like to add the same filter to all my photos to help create that cohesive look in my Instagram feed. So my favorite filter in VSCO is A5 because I really like that cool contrasty tone. But if you like something warmer, they have so many different filters that you can play around with until you pick your favorite one. I also crop my image in VSCO, and then I use the sharpen tool at the very end so that I can sharpen the image and make it a little more crisp in case I lost any of that in the editing process. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I can't wait to make many more for you. Thank you so much for following along. It really means a lot to me. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. Thanks, guys.